our community rally. So on World MS Day alone, our campaigns reached over 1.2 million people. And sorry, the May 50K and the MS Readathon together raised almost €370,000. Community-led events, corporate partnerships, and the launch of Renew MS Ireland opened new doors to secure our future facilities and services. And I just do want to say a little bit more about Renew MS Ireland, the project, bringing it into the current year, because as hopefully you are all aware, we are in the process in MS Ireland of developing two major projects. For those of you who visit the care centre in Rathgar in Dublin, we have a significant project for both redeveloping part of the campus here, but also improving the energy sustainability, bring us into the, I think, at least the 20th, if not the 21st century. And there's a lot of work going on, and a lot of very good work that the senior management team and everyone here is trying to bring us to a more sustainable future. In Limerick, we have a new development, a new property, and that is going to provide the first accessible gym for the Limerick region and a huge resource for all the people within the region. So I think we're all very proud of what is happening, and certainly you'll hear a lot more about this over the next year. Sorry, just moving back to where I was meant to be. Our communications work was equally powerful through national and regional media, digital storytelling, and community events. We have reached millions. World MS Day alone, our campaign reached over 1.2 million people, bringing the lived experience of MS to the forefront of public awareness. Financially, I'm proud to report that the Society closed the year on a strong footing. Again, this is 2024. Our income reached nearly €8 million, which is a 23% increase on the previous year. And we achieved a net surplus of over €700,000. This allows us not just to safeguard our services, but also to invest in innovation and digital transformation for the years ahead. And none of it at all would have been possible without the dedication of our staff, who are wonderful, our volunteers, who are obviously also wonderful, our branches, our corporate partners, and most importantly, our MS community. So really, it's a very, very big thank you to all of you. Because MS is not just an organization, it is a community that supports one another, celebrates resilience, and refuses to let MS define what is possible. As we look ahead to 2025, and we're at this stage 3/4 of the way through, we do so with hope, determination, and above all, gratitude. Gratitude for every person who has walked the journey with us, and for every step forward we will take together. Thank you all. Thank you for being here, and bear with us as we continue with the rest of our agenda. So I'm now going to ask our CEO, Ava Battles, to speak to us. Ava.
Hello everybody. First of all, as I mentioned, for anyone online, my name is Ava Battles. I'm Chief Executive of the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Ireland. while Jason is sorting out our IT. So the next presentation is just a short overview of a reflection of some of the service delivery that happened within MS Ireland in 2024. And with my colleague Owen here, we're going to also look at the finances for 2024, and then we will go back to the order of business for the AGM. So as Anne has mentioned to you, she has taken a kind of a broad overview of 2024. As you would expect, MS Ireland has a strategic plan. Last year was the final year of our strategic plan, and again, also as you would expect, the main focus of MS Ireland's strategy is about goals in relation to services. So our first objective is around service development and new service models. Second is research. Third is advocacy. Fourth is grow sustainable revenue base. Our fifth is develop partnerships. Sixth is develop digital operations and governance. I'm laughing because we've had a few issues with our digital today. 7 is develop and invest in our people. 8 is grow our branches and our community base. We obviously have a model of care that we work from in MS Ireland, which puts the person with MS at the centre of absolutely everything we do. That is why we exist. Our vision and our mission is about providing services to people with multiple sclerosis. Our objective were on service development and new service models. Again, at a very high level, over 2,500 individuals were supported through casework in 2024, including 266 new clients and 63 newly diagnosed. Nearly 13,500 physiotherapy and exercise treatment sessions delivered across the country, and the MS Care Centre also provided an additional 407 people were able to come from around the country to the MS Care Centre. A huge win for 2024 was the fact that we received, after a number of years with our business case, we received additional money from the state to continue to open the MS Care Centre 360 days a year, which was very, very significant for us in 2024. And we expanded initiatives like our Active Neuro, our Move Smart, and our Tailess Wellness programs. From the point of view of our individual casework, you can see the variations in the number of cases that we've seen year on year, the number of new clients we have to our service, and the newly diagnosed. In relation to the top issues arising during casework, it's all really around emotional support for people, financial assistance, accommodation, aids and appliances, home support, access to healthcare, and respite. I would like to, at this point, acknowledge the continued support of the branches of MS Ireland, which Anne referenced earlier. MS Ireland would not be able to provide financial assistance in 2024 to people with MS without the continued fundraising of our voluntary branches, which has allowed us to continue to provide financial assistance and many other services to the people with MS locally. 207 physio programs, 555 participants, 55 yoga programs. And again, I must acknowledge the support of our community workers and our branches to enable this to happen locally. We have our Move Smart programs, our Physio West programs, and Active Neuro programs. These are all programs that people with MS can now access online and that they have access from any part of the country. We have Facets program, which is a fatigue management program. There are now 17 of our staff trained up in delivering that program, and we've had nearly 50 people participate in that program in the last year. The number of people contacting the information line is often the first point of call for people who have a diagnosis of MS. And you can see here, just in general, the general information people are looking for. It's everything from general information as to what MS is. I've just been diagnosed, I don't know what MS is, down to somebody who's moving to Ireland and they want to figure out how they're going to access their medications when they come to Ireland. How does it work here? So absolutely everything from A to Z. We're currently here in the MS Care Centre at the moment. We had 407 respite stays, that's 251 individuals and over 3,000 bed nights last year. Our branches, again, have struggled, I think, in the last year to try and get new volunteers, but we still have a very active cohort of branches who operate nationwide, who are people who raise money locally for the provision of services locally, and we do want to acknowledge their work in 2024. The second objective that we have in MS Ireland is around research. One of the biggest things I think we would have done in 2024 was launch the My MS, My Needs survey, where nearly 1,000 people gave their opinion on what it is, the type of services that they want. And this is facilitating us to listen to people with MS, and when we're developing our strategy and our strategic plan, listening to what it is and what type of services people with MS are looking for. We also engage with the Multiple Sclerosis International Federation and the European Multiple Sclerosis Platform, and we are involved in all of the projects with them, which includes obviously World MS Day and the Atlas of MS. And we're working very closely with other universities and colleges, especially the University of Maynooth, in relation to various different research projects. Advocacy, we've had a very strong advocacy initiatives in 2024. I suppose we've delivered a number of briefings to the Oireachtas and disability committees. We've advanced campaigns for long-term neurorehabilitation services and equitable access to neurology. We produced a Your Vote Matters guide supporting civil participation, and World MS Day, as was mentioned earlier on by Anne, we had a very significant reach in our campaign last year. Growing sustainable revenue base. So in relation to this, we would like, I suppose, to draw your attention to a number of projects that were quite successful in 2024. The May 50K had over 900 participants, which was incredible. The Readathon raised almost €200,000 with 11,000 registrations. We had one school that raised over €14,500, and one girl on her own raised nearly €3,500. A young girl, I think she was 10. Community fundraising and direct appeals, we would continue to do these, and these bring in vital additional income to our services. And last year we launched our Renew MS Ireland campaign, which is a fundraising drive for the two projects that Anne mentioned in her address, which are the Midwest project and the project here in the MS Care Centre. We would not be able to do this without the support of every single solitary fundraiser, branch member, volunteer, board member, staff member that's involved in MS Ireland. We absolutely could not function without the continued dedication of our staff, our volunteers, and here with us actually in the room, our board. So a huge thank you to everyone. The partnerships that we engage with, we are heavily, I suppose, trying to engage with corporate partners for our projects, but also we engage with our pharmaceutical partners, so Novartis, Merck, Roche and Viatris have supported us with campaigns last year, especially around our national conference. We're also partner with our European and international partners, but also really, I suppose, what we firmly believe as an organisation that we do better when we work together with organisations. So like the Neurological Alliance of Ireland, the Disability Federation of Ireland, Carers Alliance, because obviously if we work with the various different partners, we feel that we can make more of an impact for people with MS. Develop digital operations and governance. We've had an advanced rollout of Salesforce, our customer relationship management tool, in trying to gather you as the people we serve, more information on the number of people who are accessing our services. So you've seen some of that already. We're trying to improve our website functionality and user experience, and we grew our digital engagement in relation to our website visits and that. So these are our statistics in relation to, I know for some people, you're not online, you don't use Facebook, you don't use the Instagrams of this world, but I suppose for another cohort of people within MS Ireland, this is a huge part of how we engage with them. And the team put an awful lot of effort into the social media side of the business, and we've seen those stats grow, which is absolutely fantastic. Just this is to acknowledge the board members who would have stepped down in 2024, and also the new board members that have joined us. I'm going to hand you over temporarily to Owen, who is going to just go through the finances for 2024.
Hello, I'm a new face to many of you, so just to introduce myself, I'm Owen Grant. I'm one of the two finance managers here, started in January, and the other finance manager is John. John's currently off on his honeymoon, so we all wish him the very best, and I think that's a valid excuse if any were needed for missing it. So I'll just start in. Our income, this is a highlight of the accounts for last year. So our income is 8 million, just under, up from 6.5. And we can see how that breaks down between government grants and donations and fundraising. So just the headlines here are that our government grants are up. This is chiefly due to funding increases wages cost. Our donations and fundraising are considerably up, and this reflects that we received considerable donations last year for capital projects. Then on the expenditure analysis, we can see that the expenditure has also gone up. Again, this is down to the increased labour costs, down to a labour court recommendation which we're obliged to implement. You can see that of our total cost, 10% is going down to fundraising. This is the branch expenditure analysis. So we can see that it's $500,000 there. So it's donations, which is down from the previous year. Chiefly, it is going on the apologies. This has been mistitled. I should have spotted that. This is the income analysis, and sorry for that. Obviously, Churchgate collections not being a big expense. That's money coming in. So we can see that it has gone down, which is the opposite of good. But nevertheless, it's not down considerably. And just to put this in context, that we're seeing that a lot of our income streams due from church aid collections are down considerably compared to the pre-COVID levels. So before COVID, this would have been more like $1 million. So it does show that long-term, these traditional income streams are going down. On the expenditure analysis, we can see that it's level. So it's chiefly everything that we raise is really recycled back into the community. It's going straight back out. Overheads and administration are just 9% of it, government 6%. So these are really the bare minimum that you need to keep the branches organised, and that the vast majority there, 76%, is going on services, and 9% basically the fundraising costs, the cost of raising that $500,000. So looking back over the accounts for the previous year, we can see that our income there gives the breakdown of the income from unrestricted and restricted funds. So just to explain the difference, restricted funds are funds which have been designated.
No display here. No display.
We can't see anything on screen.
This is not sharing, is it?
No.
Okie doke. Excuse me, folks. Here we go. I'm going to share screen. I'll let you do it there, Jason.
Now, can you see the screen there now?
Yes.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, I'll continue on. So this gives the breakdown of our total income. This is from the registered accounts of Gov. So as you can see there, up just under 8 million, up from 6.5 million in 2023. Our expenditure, so total expenditure there is up, it's 7.2 million, up from 6.7 million in the previous year. You can see the fundraising component there and the restricted and unrestricted breakdown. And this is the balance of the funds. So these are the funds that basically are retained earnings. You can see that they've gone up by 700,000, which was really our profit for the year. Okay, and that is the end of the finance part of the presentation.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? Okay.
Can I ask one then? Sorry.
Yes, of course.
Because the screens haven't been sharing, will we be sent on a copy of Ava's presentation and Dawn's presentation afterwards? We will?
Yes, no problem. Apologies.
Thanks.
Okay. Would anyone else have any questions? If not, then I'm going to move on to the ordinary resolutions. They are to consider, and if thought fit, to pass the following resolutions which will be proposed as ordinary resolutions. Number 1, to receive and consider the consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024, together with the Director's report and the Auditor's report they are on. Okay, number 2, to re-elect Mr. Sean Martin as director.
Yeah, you can start voting as Anne's reading down through the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Are people voting?
Yeah.
Yes, Alice, they are.
Okay, thank you.
Right, okay. Number 3, third resolution is to elect Mr. Morgan Flanagan Cray as director. Number 4 is to elect Mr. Liam McLaughlin as director. Number 5, to elect Mr. Richie Paul as director. Number 6, to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors.
Okay. There's a number of the board members are actually seated around the table here, so they haven't the option to launch a poll. So I'll take, if people wouldn't mind just raising their hands on each question. So if we take question 1.
To re-elect Sean Martin as director.
No,
To
director's
receive and
report.
consider consolidated financial statements for the year ending 31st of December. Everyone. To re-elect Sean Martin as director. Everyone. To elect Mr. Morgan Flanagan Craig as director. Everyone. To elect Mr. Liam McLaughlin as director. Everyone. To elect Mr. Richie Paul as director. Everyone. To authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. Everyone. So that's for the purposes of it.
Congratulations.
Zero.
Results.
And we'll be looking for value from that.
Oh, I see.
If you're going to look at zero.
Trina, you
Put in your
you
credit
have
card.
an extra 11. Yeah. Trina, we have an extra 11 positive votes for each of those resolutions.
Alice? Alice McKeown?
Yes, Sean.
Yes. Listen, what I'm looking in here on screen, and we can see 15 people on screen. But we don't know who actually is at the board meeting on screen. Could we have a list of who's on the board, please?
Yes, of course.
Sure.
If I start from myself,
And Eva and Alice are there, and Jason.
and then
And there, please.
Just in case.
okay, yeah, if everyone just wants to say their name.
Hello, Sean. How's it going? Morris here. How are you?
Hi, Sean. Morgan Flanagan Cray here.
Hi, Sean. Rooney here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jacinta Kelly here. Hi, everyone. Aideen Murray here.
Oh, Vanderwerf. Good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. Sean Martin.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tony Camden.
Hi, Leslie Warren here.
In addition, we have Owen, who's already addressed you, and Jason, who's hiding behind the screen.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, Richie.
Friends?
There's online as well.
Oh, Richie, are you there? Yeah, Richie. Okay,
I'm online.
okay. Irish. So, Trina, can you share the outcome of the voting, please?
And I'm sorry, I think I'll have to relaunch. I'll have to relaunch it again.
You've extra votes. Okay, in that case, if everybody can re-vote.
Fingers on your buzzers, please. Yeah, but still better to have a vote.
How many?
I want people to think that we're deciding.
I'm sorry about this, but can everybody vote again, please, for the 6 ordinary resolutions? I don't propose to read them out, but.
It's Jason voting.
Okay, how are we doing there, Trina?
Trina, did it work this time?
Okay. I can't see from here. Oh, they're all passed. Okay, so it's pretty much 100% agree.
So to receive and consider the consolidated financial statements for the year end 31st of December, 93% in favour. To re-elect Mr. Sean Martin as Director, 100% in favour. To elect Mr. Morgan Flanagan Craig, 100% in favour. To elect Mr. Liam McLaughlin as Director, 100% in favour. To elect Mr. Richie Cole as Director, 100% in favour. And to authorise the Directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors, 100% in favour. Or in favour, sorry. In favour, Dr. Friday. Okay. Thank you very much to everybody online for participation and also here in the room. I'll hand back to Anne.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. That brings us to the conclusion of our agenda. I think at this point, as I say, well, just said thank you and look forward to seeing you in the next year at the annual conference in November in Cork. I should also let you know that in addition to the election of the 3 new board members here today, with resolutions, we also welcome Mary McKeown as the new representative to the board from the council. So that is it, everybody. Thank you, and we'll see you in November.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.